Alright, this was probably one of the best NBA Christmas because every game was basically down to the wire, but this one's gotta be at the top because Steph and Bron produced another classic. Overall, I thought the Dubs generated better looks throughout, and a lot of that stemmed from Ant leaving the game early because the Lakers just didn't have any paint protection with Rui at the 5. Wiggs was exploiting him on those low rotations the most, and whenever he did try to contest at the rim, it just opened up the boards for TJD to eat on those putbacks. But it was more than just the low rotations, because the Lakers had their bigs in a drop, and with Rui used to reading everything, I think he got caught in between at times on whether to do one or the other as the 5. I can't even fault him on some of those because he's obviously not used to playing that role, but there's no excuses for the others, and once again, those reds were an issue, so those were giving up clean looks to the Dubs off every screen. Some of those were even for Steph, so he got into a rhythm early, and then basically controlled the game from start to finish because he still made the right passes seeing to, or was always pushing the rock in transition. But unfortunately, he couldn't make up for the bricks from the others, and that made it even harder for him to match what Bron or Austin were doing on the other end. Bron was in kill mode out the gates, whether it was in the post, looking for mismatches in the SNRs, getting cross matches, or pushing a rock, and then Austin was either controlling the SNRs or getting downhill. Both of them were even generating good looks from deep on those sprays whenever Bron got doubled, or whenever Austin collapsed the defense. But more times than not, there were a lot of stationary ones because their offense got stagnant, and that put them in a lot of late clock situations throughout. They were just fortunate the two put together that quick 16-2 run early in the second that gave them control of the game, and they were able to maintain it because of those two, or more importantly, because of the timely trays. Whenever the Dubs made a run or had a chance at taking the lead, they'd have an answer, and they maximized every O-board they secured to do so. But so did the Dubs in the fourth, because Wiggs and Dre got to a lot of those that led to crucial trays, and if it wasn't those, it was Steph continuing to fry. He was hunting Dolan or Rui every time, and with the rhythm he was in, it was no surprise to see him damn near force OT by the end of the game. It was only fitting Max tried to point switch on Steph's final shot because of how bad the Lakers are on those, but at least Max didn't have the free throw plague, and they were fortunate to have Bron and Austin take him home. The two basically hunted all quarter, and even had that two-man game going between them, but Austin was having a rough quarter with some bad turnovers that could have cost him. The Dubs had about a 5-minute stretch that was their best chance to capitalize on the Lakers' bricks or turnovers, but they couldn't do it, and that late run was basically playing against the clock just as much as Austin, because he got to redeem himself with timely buckets in those last 4 minutes. His 5 straight was crucial, but not as crucial as his game winner, and only that can top off a triple-double on Christmas. Just watch the tape.
Reaves on the drive, inside layup, he banks it in! With 1 second remaining, no timeouts! Here comes Curry, launches at three-quarters court. Oh, off the mark.